But change is a part of our lives. I go back to 1970 when I was a senior at the University of Notre Dame. And they called me in the sports information office, and our public relations director, Roger Valdesari, said to me, he says, Joe, how do you pronounce your last name? I said, it's Theismann. He said, no, it's not. It's Theismann. I said, no, it's not. It's Theismann. He said, no, it's not. It's Theismann. I said, give me the phone. I pick up the phone. I call my dad back home in New Jersey. Anytime I ever have a question for my father, he always says, fire away, son. So I dial up the phone. I get my dad on the phone. I said, Pop, I got this question for you. He says, fire away, Joey. I said, Dad, how do you pronounce our last name? Dead silence on the phone. About 30 seconds goes by. My dad comes on. He says, son, you really have a problem. You don't know who you are. What have you been doing in college for the last 3 years? I said, Dad, that's not it. Please just tell me, how do you pronounce our last name? I'll explain it later. He said, it's Theismann. Hung the phone up. Turned to Mr. Valdesari. I said, Roger, look, my last name is Theismann. I know. I just got off the phone with my dad. He said, Joe, I want to tell you something. There's a trophy out there called the Heisman Trophy. Goes to the best college football player in the country. We think you have a chance to win that trophy, but we're not just going to count on your athletic ability. Heck no. We're not even going to count on the reputation of the University of Notre Dame. But we think by just simply changing the pronunciation of your last name from Theismann to Theismann to rhyme with Heisman, we can guarantee you that trophy. That's how I became Joe Theismann. That was the first significant change in my life. I didn't win, but it worked so well, and I get to tell the story. I wasn't going to change it back. Don't take a gift that someone gives you to help you market and say, oh, no thanks, don't need that. 5 years after my name was changed, I'm having dinner with my mom and dad. Sitting around a dinner table. I'm sitting down, and Pop's on the other side. And I looked at my dad, and I said, Dad, I got a question for you. And in his own inimitable way, he goes, fire away, Joey. I said, Dad, tell me, how do you pronounce our last name? He looked at me for a second. He said, it's Theismann. Why are you asking?